English World, Level 6. Pupils Book, pages 30 and 31. Unit 2. Energy from Nature. Reading.
Energy is all around us. Power from the earth. The earth has natural energy. This energy is renewable. It never runs out. The rocks under the ground are hot and liquid. They make heat. The water in the oceans, rivers and seas is moving all the time. Winds blow around the planet. Using natural energy. Natural energy can turn a turbine. People have used turbines for thousands of years. Windmills and water wheels are simple turbines. A turbine is a machine that is turned by wind or liquid. When it turns, it makes energy. A generator makes this energy into electricity. Recently, scientists and engineers from around the world met to discuss natural energy. They said that they wanted to find new ways to use it. They tried new ideas, and now there are several ways of using natural energy to turn turbines. Wind. The wind turns the blades. These turn the turbine. The generator makes electricity and sends this power along the lines. Tides. The sea moves around coasts. It moves towards the land, then it moves away from the land. These movements are called tides. When the tide moves towards the land, the seawater moves some way up wide rivers. Sometimes a barrier is built across the river. When the tide moves up the river, the energy in the water turns turbines and makes electricity. When the tide goes out again, more energy is produced. Water moves in many different ways on our planet. The waves in the sea and the water in rivers and lakes can give us natural energy too. Power from the sun. The sun gives us heat and light. Every minute, enough energy arrives at the earth to give us all as much power as we need for a whole year. We have only learned how to use a tiny amount of it. Solar cells. Solar cells make sunlight into electricity. They power satellites. Many calculators are powered by solar cells. Solar cells can put power into batteries. Solar power stations. Solar power stations are built in hot, sunny places. This one is in California, USA. Hundreds of mirrors are arranged around a tall tower. As the sun moves across the sky, the mirrors turn so that they are always facing the sun. The mirrors reflect sunlight onto the top of the tower. It gets very, very hot. Liquid salt at the top of the tower is heated by the sunlight. The hot liquid is used to make steam. The steam turns a turbine. The turbine turns a generator. The generator makes electricity. Solar power stations are very expensive to build, but the energy they use, sunlight, costs nothing at all.
Pupils Book, page 34. Unit 2. Grammar in Conversation. Activity 1. Listen and read.
So, Alex, you play the guitar?
Yes, I play really well. I can sing too. I've got a great voice.
Really?
And I write songs. They're fantastic.
Can I hear one?
OK, what did Alex say?
You said he played the guitar really well.
Right. What What else did he say? Can he sing?
Well, he said he could sing. He said he wrote fantastic songs too.
And?
I heard one. It was terrible.
OK, so we don't want him in our band.
Definitely not.
Pupils Book, page 35, Unit 2. Spelling.
We can divide words into parts. The parts are called syllables. Each syllable has a vowel sound. See, 1-syllable word. River, 2-syllable word.
Pupils Book, page 35, Unit 2. Spelling. Activity 1. Listen and say these words. How many syllables are there?
Earth, turbine, coast, tower, steam, mirror.
Pupils Book, page 35, Unit 2. Spelling.
Sometimes the letter Y can take the place of a vowel. Sky, 1-syllable word. Lady, 2-syllable word.
Pupils Book, page 35, Unit 2. Spelling. Activity 2. Listen and say these words.
Baby, fly, puppy, cry, boy, lorry.
Pupils Book, page 35. Activity 4. Listen and sing.
When the sun goes down and it's time to rest, that's the time that I like best. Sitting on the porch, sitting on the porch, sitting on the porch with Grandpa. When the sun goes down and the cool winds blow, and Grandpa's playing on his old banjo, and we're singing songs, sweet and low, sitting on the porch with Grandpa.
Sing again. Pupils Book, page 37, Unit 2. Listening. Activity 2. Look, listen and read.
Kingfisher Valley, Part 2. Do you remember? Dan, Meg and Patch the puppy went for a walk in Kingfisher Valley. They walked by the river, and Dan took photos of kingfishers. Then they walked through the forest. They saw a very rare animal, a lynx, and Dan took a photo of that too. Then they came to Hawkwood House, where an old lady called Miss Havers lived. There was a big car outside the house. Patch saw some birds in the garden and ran after them. The children had to catch him, but they were afraid of Miss Havers. Patch ran into the garden after the birds. Dan and Meg ran after him.
Patch, come back. Come here.
Finally, Meg caught him.
Got you, you naughty dog.
Suddenly, the big door of the old house opened and a man came out. Dan, Meg and Patch hid in bushes. An old lady, Miss Havers, came out of the house after the man. They stood at the top of the steps and shook hands.
Goodbye, Miss Havers. It was very nice to meet you.
Goodbye, Mr. Roach. Goodbye.
The man was smiling. He looked very happy.
You've made the right decision, Miss Havers.
Are you sure, Mr. Roach? It's a very big decision. It's a very difficult decision.
Miss Havers didn't look happy. She looked worried. The man got into his car.
Take me to my hotel.
Yes, sir. Certainly, sir.
The car drove off. Dan and Meg watched from behind their bush.
Who was that? With a car like that, he must be a very rich man.
I didn't like the look of him.
Miss Havers was worried. She said it was a very big decision.
She said it was a very difficult decision.
What were they talking about?
I don't know.
Later that day, Dan was watching TV in the living room. Suddenly, he saw a man's face on the screen.
Who is that? I know his face. Oh, I know who it is. Meg! Meg! Come quickly! Look! It's that man from Hawkwood House.
Oh, yes. Why is he on TV?
Shh! Listen.
I'm speaking to you from outside the Grand Hotel and I'm talking to Mr. Ken Roach. Mr. Roach, why are you visiting our town? Can you tell us?
Well, I can tell you this. I've got big plans for this town, but they're a secret. That's all I can say. So, please, don't ask me any more questions.
What did he say?
He said that he had big plans.
What plans?
I don't know. He said that they were a secret.
Who is Ken Roach? I don't trust him.
Pupils Book, page 38. Revision 1. Activity 1. Listen and read. Lucy Fleming's diary. Lucy Fleming lives in Manchester. She goes to Red Hill Primary School. Lucy keeps a diary and she writes in it every day. This is what she wrote yesterday.
Monday, the 20th of October. I went to school in the car this morning because it was raining hard. Dad took me on his way to work so I got there early. Our first lesson was history, which is my favourite lesson. We are doing a project about the Great Fire of London. For our homework at the weekend, we had to find out how the fire started. I looked in the library and I found a book about it. There were some terrific pictures in it. Then I looked on the internet and I saw an old map. It showed how much of the city was burned by the fire. What a terrible disaster! I drew a picture in my project book. Then I wrote about how the fire started and what the people did. Mrs. Fox, our teacher, said that my picture was excellent. We're finishing this project next week. I will be sad because I've enjoyed doing it a lot. We couldn't go outside to do sport because it was still raining, so we played basketball in the school hall. In the afternoon, we had science, then maths. We had to work really hard. Mum came to meet me from school. It was still raining. Nina was carrying her little pink umbrella. Mum had her big blue umbrella, and I had my green and yellow umbrella. This is what we looked like when we walked home. What horrible weather! Nina was cross. She said that she didn't like the rain. Next week, Mrs. Fox is taking us on a school visit. We're going to Liverpool. It's a big city like Manchester. We will look at some of the old buildings. They are like some of the buildings in London that were built after the Great Fire. I found this picture on the internet. It's the Liverpool Town Hall, and we're visiting it on our school trip. It's going to be great.
Pupils Book, page 39. Revision 1. Listening. Activities 3, 4 and 5.
Saturday, the 25th of October. I got up early this morning. I went with my dad and my Uncle Sam to a football match in Liverpool. We went by train. It was very crowded on the train because there were lots of people who were going to the match. Most of them were wearing red hats and scarves. Some of them were wearing red shirts too. I didn't have a red shirt, but I wore my red Liverpool hat and scarf. The train journey took 2 hours. When we arrived at Liverpool, we walked to the stadium. I was surprised because we didn't go in and sit down immediately. Uncle Sam called someone on his mobile phone, and then he said, "Come with me, I've got a surprise for you." We walked around the stadium to the players' entrance. I couldn't believe it. We went inside and there was my favourite player, Joe Selby. Uncle Sam knew him. They were at school together. We talked to Joe for a few minutes. He was really nice and very funny. I said that he was my favourite player and then, guess what? He gave me a red Liverpool shirt. He wrote his name on it too. It was fantastic. Dad looked at his watch. "The game's starting in 5 minutes," he said. We said goodbye to Joe and then we went inside the stadium and found our seats. The match was really exciting. Both teams played very well. We cheered and shouted, "Come on, Liverpool!" It was nearly the end of the match. The score was 2-2. Then something fantastic happened. Joe Selby got the ball. He ran up the field and kicked the ball hard into the net. We jumped up and shouted and cheered. Liverpool were the winners. What a fantastic match and what a brilliant day. I'll never forget it.